back to Cody's Movie Cave, where today we're getting some more nerd on. We're getting our DC on with the Suicide Squad. So yeah, let's let her rip, Tater Chip. So yeah, Suicide Squad, or I should say the. You gotta put the in it because otherwise it's just gonna confuse you with the first one back in 2016. So the Suicide Squad, see? The. So yeah, this one, it came out, and here's what happened with it. It came out dual releases. It came out on HBO Max streaming for free, and then it came out at the same time in theaters. So it kind of set itself up for a kind of a lose situation, you know. But here's what I've got to tell you. This one is really good. Like, it is 10 times better than the one that, the first one that had Will Smith in it. Really good. It's a wild ride that you never really want to get off. You know what I'm saying? It's got comedy. It's got insane action to the wall. It's just really cool. Really great characterization. We get a whole new team, plus with a few oldies mixed in. But yeah, it's really good. So the government sends the most dangerous supervillains out there in the world, with the whole bomb in their head type situation. But this time they send them to this, fictionalized South American nation to sort of overthrow and deal with this crazy dictator. So yeah, we get a new team, like I said, led by the old Colonel Rick Flag, played really well by Joel Kinnaman, I think is his name. But anyway, Rick Flag, yeah, you see, boom, he's back. So yeah, he does a good job. He's the leader, the tough guy, the Special Forces Colonel, the guy that we've seen in the last one. But this time his character is just a little different. He gets to have a little more fun. He's not as serious and stoic as he was in the first one. And he's a little more colorful and bad end as ever. So yeah, you got Rick Flag. He's, like I said, the leader of the group. And then of course we got old crazy herself, Harley Quinzel rather. Margot Robbie sort of making this her signature role of her career. But she does so good at it, She just captures Harley Quinn so well, that the craziness, the violent part, but also the almost kind of innocent and sweet part as well. And I know it's not two words you want to associate with Harley Quinn, but she does. She has her sweet moments, and yeah, so she's back. And but we get some new characters, some new team members that are ex-villains, or still villains rather, and they're played by some great talent. I mean, some really top-tier people. And the first one is Bloodsport. That's right, not the Van Damme 90s movie. It's a new character for us, and he's a Superman villain in the comic books, and they kind of reference that in this movie, which was cool, as the guy that put Superman in the hospital with a kryptonite bullet. Tough, right? Bad. So yeah, we got Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba. One of my favorite new characters that the Suicide Squad gives us. And what makes him so unique is in his abilities is his suit. His suit sort of detaches. He can detach it and make different weapons and guns. He's a gun guy, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, Bloodsport. Really cool. And then this cat, oh my God, he was the show stealer. He made the movie, in my opinion. His comedy, he's the comic relief. He was funny, at the same time super tough, super dumb, and that's Peacemaker, played by John Cena. Yeah, he's got a ridiculous looking costume with the toilet lid for a helmet looking thing, and just weird looking. He's got a strange looking suit, but he's this super bad tough guy that you'd really want on your side. sometimes. It just depends. But his morality compass is a bit screwed up. Um, Sometimes he thinks he's doing everything for the right reasons, but really they're wrong. And he actually says, that he would do anything for peace. Anything. That means killing anybody or doing any kind of dirty deed there is for the good of peace. So yeah, Peacemaker. John Cena is perfect in this role. I mean, you couldn't have got nobody else better to play this character. And he obviously was a fan favorite and was so good that HBO had made a series, Peacemaker the series, a spin-off on HBO Max, and it's actually full season is on there now, and it's super raunchy and super funny and just crazy. He very much reminds me kind of Deadpool, in that sort of sense of just raunchy comedy. But yeah, Peacemaker. And then the next one, because you always got to have a lovable character that that's lovable but yet dumb and so ugly that they're cute basically. And that's King Shark. Yeah, King Shark is a DC Comics villain for the Flash. He's a Flash villain, and so he is voiced by none other than one of my favorites, Sylvester Stallone, and he does such a good job in this movie. All you really get is his voice, but you get a lot of that, and it works, and he's got some really cool scenes. Just this big, dumb fish walking, talking shark, obscene, but it works. So yeah, King Shark. And the next one, this one, she brought the heart to the story. She had the emotion, the feels, if you will, for the whole movie. Like I said, the heart of the team, and that's Ratcatcher. I know, kind of obscene there. Kind of a strange power to be able to control rats. Not a big fan of rats. I cannot stand them, and they give me the creeps. So anytime she's on screen, I'm like, ugh, I don't like rats. But anyway, she does a good job, and she's pretty cool. Nothing really memorable, but like I said, she brings the emotion to the team. Then we got this crazy cat, Polka Dot Man, right? What? I mean, who would have thunk of a character whose superpowers is literally polka dots? But I mean, it works. He's cool. I mean, he's a very complicated character. And I want to say in DC Comics he's a Batman villain, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure he is. But yeah, Polka Dot Man is one of the weird ones. He's very strange acting, and his superpower is a little bit out there. Captain Boomerang makes a brief appearance, very brief, but he is back, played by Jai Courtney, who played Captain Boomerang in the first one. Yeah, he played Boomer in the first one. So he's one of the returning members. He's pretty cool. Like I said, he's not in it for a long time, very brief, so we won't mention him a whole lot. And then we got Amanda Waller. She's back as the team's head honcho over them from miles away in the control booth, kind of giving them the orders and threatening them every 5 minutes with gonna blow their bombs up in their heads. And Viola Davis has made this character her own, and she's perfect in it. So yeah, Viola Davis is a great actress. She does good as Amanda Waller. So, Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad rather, is a good movie. It's raunchy. It's for the grown-ups. It is the adult superhero movie, much like Deadpool or something. So don't let your kiddos watch. You don't want to make that mistake. It's got a lot of language in it, a lot of gore. It is violent as heck. But you kind of expect it with this particular comic book run of characters. Really cool. Like I said, what I love about this movie is they didn't bring, like they did in the first one, your standard, what you expect from the Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, Joker, Deadshot, all the regulars you kind of expect to be in the team. They pulled more obscure characters, and that's what I appreciated about it. Like Polka Dot Man or Peacemaker. All of these, King Shark, very obscure characters that hadn't had their turn on the big screen yet, and it worked. It was really good. So props to James Gunn. I mean, the man is a comic book maestro. He is master of directing these movies, and he done a really good job of bridging from Marvel and jumped over to DC for this one, because as we know, James Gunn directed all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, so he's got his signature style, but he's got some experience with the superhero team movies that have a lot of comedy and a lot of fun. So he was a perfect choice to direct these movies. He's even directed the spin-off series Peacemaker. That was his brainchild, so he kind of got that up and going. And there's always been talk since this movie came out of him being able to return and make us a sequel. So here's hoping. I'd love to see more of what he has to offer this franchise. And it was just a good movie. It wasn't as dark as far as the cinematography as the first one. That kind of set still in Midway City or wherever it was based out of. But yeah, good movie, adventure movie. It reminds me always of a comic book version of The Dirty Dozen, old classic war movie with Lee Marvin. Look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. I get very much Dirty Dozen vibes off of this movie, more so than I did the first Suicide Squad. And Suicide Squad comic books is sort of based off of that whole idea, like a Dirty Dozen type situation, or Escape from New York situation, where they put something in our characters and you got so many hours to complete a mission before your head goes poof. So yeah, Suicide Squad is a really fun movie. Some pretty intense moments happen that you really didn't expect or see coming. Not all of our characters, not all of our team members make it out alive. Some of these guys will not make it out. Obviously he does, although you don't think he does, but he will, because he gets a spin-off series, right? But yeah, great actors, top tier talent. Margot Robbie, like I said, has made this character her Jack Sparrow to Johnny Depp, her Rocky to Sylvester Stallone. She has made Harley Quinn her signature iconic character in her resume, and it's great. I dig it. This is her, I think, third time playing the character, where she played it her first time in Suicide Squad, the first one, and then she was in Birds of Prey. Kind of got more of her in that movie, and then this one. So I hope to see her again, because she does such a good job at it. I enjoy watching her as Harley Quinn. So yeah, the Suicide Squad, way better than the first one. It's the sequel that we definitely deserved, and it's one of the odd ones where it is better than the first movie. So there you go. So yeah, we'll see if we see more from them. What comes next? We may get a whole new team. I kind of like that. I kind of like having a different team for each Suicide Squad, with maybe a few returning characters here and there. But look, I'm a DC fan, obviously. So I love anything DC. Even when it kind of is crap, I try to still like it. But yeah, Suicide Squad works. It's on HBO Max for free. So if you got it, check it out. Don't cost you anything. If you don't got it, it's on the big three: Amazon, Apple, and Vudu. You can buy it or rent it. But if you got HBO Max, it's free. You don't have to do neither. So yeah, check it out. Like I said, it's hard R. As I always say, it's rated R for a reason, kiddos. It's not for the children. It's a grown-up superhero movie. Grown up. So, as always, it's my humble opinion. Opinions are like butts. Everybody's got one. All of them stink.